Hello, welcome to another video. Today we're going to take a look through this box of beads, and I've had a quick look through. Most of them seem to be glass. So they make a lovely noise. We'll look through them and talk about them, and we may find that we have some that are the same, so we can sort them as well. So on first glance it looks like there are a lot of blue and green coloured beads. Some of them are quite unusual. Let's go ahead and get some out and start looking at them. So I can see there are two here that are quite similar. Similar in shape. There's a turquoise colour, or a sort of a pale blue, and a red. And I'm pretty sure they are the same bead, just a different colour. They're made of glass, and they're slightly flattened in shape, but then slightly faceted on the larger surface. And you can see the hole so that you can thread them and make jewellery. The same with the blue one. This part of the blue one has like a little streak of darker colour going through it. So I wonder if we'll find any more of these. Oh, there is another red one. I think it's a slightly different shape. It is, yeah. This one is slightly bigger. They're very, very smooth. And I'm a little bit addicted to the sound that beads make, so I'll probably tap them quite a lot. This is a very pretty one. It's similar to the last blue one that we looked at, but it's a lot smaller. But I think they come from the same collection, because they're exactly the same colour, they feel the same, just a slightly different style. Here we have two more red ones. Again, slightly different shapes. Perhaps they're all unique, but still the same type of bead. So that would make a lovely necklace, because each bead would be different, but obviously they all match and they all coordinate with each other. There's another blue one. This one has much more prominent, darker streaks running through it. Very pretty. I love turquoise. It's one of my favourite colours. Here's another blue one, same as this one. Another blue one, again with quite prominent darker blue sort of swirly stripes running through it. And again there's the hole, so you can thread it onto some elastic or some type of thread in order to make jewellery. Oops, sorry. Didn't realise it was a jumping bead. Two more of the same style and variety. They're all slightly different, even though they look similar. They're all just a little bit different. There's another one with a nice, this swirl, you might not be able to pick it up on camera, but it looks kind of purple. I can see another one here. This one is an orange colour, but it is the same type of bead. Quite flat, very smooth, and a similar shape. I can see another one here. Again, you can tell that they come from the same batch, but they're not exactly the same as each other. I think we've got some green ones of these as well. So I'll pop these down. Now this one could be a different style. This one's not as heavy. I think this one is plastic. It looks kind of similar. The green is sort of shimmery green, and it's a pale green. There's another one here that matches the kind of colour and look, but obviously it's a different size, a different shape. This one's a triangle. And then here there's another triangle and an oval shape. And these ones here are slightly darker than this one. I wonder if, even though they look very similar, they might not be from the same batch. Not sure about that. There's another one, slightly different shape again. And then we have some smaller beads. These are like rounded and kind of feel like a pea or a piece of sweet corn. But they're all the same colour. There seems to be quite a few of these. There's a tiny little one there. Quite a few of these type, but this is a different type. Although it's green, it's definitely a different colour, so it doesn't belong with these. So I'll pop these down and we'll take a look and see how many of this type that we've got. Okay, so we've got that one. They've got some odd sort of shapes, quite irregular, of this colour. This one, these ones are not shimmery, they're sort of a matte green colour. But there's lots of smaller beads, sort of small and fat beads, but they have these sort of straight faceted sides to them. There's lots of sides. There's quite a few over this side. There's another one. Oh, that one's quite different in colour. It goes from light to dark. It's all sort of, so almost like marble. Sort of looks like I'm holding a handful of peas here. Another one. Another one. Quite a few of these. It's another one of those shapes, sort of like a flattened pea, maybe like a broad bean. And here's another one that belongs in the category we just put down. This is the shimmery green. Yes, I definitely feel like I'm holding some peas and broad beans. See what else we've got. These ones look quite unusual. I'm not sure what these are made of, but they're very, very tiny and very, very detailed. So there's little sort of little carvings into the bead, like a zigzag pattern. I'm quite good at dropping things, so I will probably drop quite a lot of these as we go on. Now these are they're not perfectly formed either. I wonder if they're hand carved because they're all slightly different. They're quite unusual. There's a few more. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 so far that I can see of these round ones. And there are these as well, which I think look like a similar bead, but they're a different colour. I prefer these ones actually. They sort of look like a Chinese lantern. Very intricate design on them. And there's 2 of those that I can see. There might be some underneath. Once we get down there, we'll find out. And then there's one of these as well, which is another different shape, very pretty design, sort of carved into it. Looks lovely, very pretty. This one's like a flat donut shape. And then there's this one, which is very beautiful. And it's an elongated sort of oval shape, a long bead. Got quite a large hole going through it, so you could fit a piece of cord or something through this one. I think I've just uncovered another lantern shaped one. They look quite tribal, these beads. You could almost imagine that they were carved from bone or something. I can see one right down in the bottom. Oh, now this one's, it's very pretty. Look at that. It's like a large donut. Oh, and it's got little hearts in it. I love that. That's really pretty. I like that one a lot. There's another tiny little one. See if we've got any more. Not that I can see at the moment, but they are all very lovely. Not quite enough to make a single piece, but very unusual. I love the detail that's carved into these slightly larger ones. It's really, really pretty. They're like a cream and brown colour, so very, very natural looking. overall look of the beads is looking quite blue now. So there's a couple of glass ones which are very pretty. It's like a deep blue, but then they have this shimmery gold colour painted over them in a swirl. Very pretty, very nice. There's another one here, but it's a different shape, same sort of design, but this one is more of an oval shape. And these are definitely glass. They look like they might be hand painted. Again, they're not all the same. They're not all strictly uniform. So there's another similar one, but this one has got, as well as the gold sort of stripes and swirls, it's got tiny little extra bits of glass added to it, which almost looks like a tiny little bead on a bead, just to give it a bit of texture. Some of these beads are so tiny my nails are getting in the way. Here's another one. This one's different again. It's got a central gold stripe, but then around the top and the bottom of that stripe there's like a very faint, it's got to be hand painted, I'm sure, white sort of pattern above and below the line. I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but it goes slightly sort of wonky and faded here, so that's what makes me think it's hand painted. So again, they're all similar, but not one is exactly the same. They complement each other, but they are different. And this one is a different type of blue, but it has white swirls going around it. That's very pretty. It sort of makes me think of a galaxy, or, you know, very, very pretty. It's almost a lilac colour, I think. Yeah, it looks kind of pale blue / lilac. So that one definitely doesn't belong with these guys, but there's another one of these. They belong together. And another one, all different again. Some of them sort of look like marbles. Remember, if you look into the middle of a marble, there's a swirly bit in the middle, isn't there, sometimes? This kind of reminds me of that. Can't see any more that match these at the moment. I'll put these down. Now this one is very pretty, very unusual. It's like a twist. It's just like a twist of glass, and it's basically clear, but it does have some accent on the inside that looks a bit shimmery, a bit silvery, sort of pearlescent. It's very pretty. I like this one. There is a hole going through it, so it is still intended to be a bead, and you can see the hole going all the way along. But I can't see any others like this shape, though there are some more that are in the same colour scheme. So here's a nice square one, very pretty, I like that. It's just a square piece of glass with some pearlescent in the middle. So these are definitely complement each other, along with this one. I think that one's a bit different. So this one is a flat, like a pumpkin shape, and it is clear with the silver stuff in the middle, but doesn't, I'm not sure. Actually, this one looks like it's been a bit cracked. You can sort of see the glass has cracked here, which makes it look a bit different. So I think that these all do complement each other. I can't see any others at the moment that obviously go with these. I can see 3 here that go together. I like these a lot. These are pretty. So these are clear glass, but in the middle there's some kind of brown, sort of a burnished gold colour, and then white dots. And I think it's all made out of glass, but it's just glass. The clear glass has been put around the coloured bit to make it smooth and rounded. But again, they're all slightly different, so definitely all of these beads are unique. Haven't found 2 exactly the same yet. Here's another one that belongs with the set that we looked at earlier, even though again it is slightly different. It's a very tiny bead. Very cute. There's some green and white swirly beads that all belong together, I think. That's very pretty. Each of them look a different combination of green and white. So some of them are slightly more green, some are slightly more white. That's all I can see at the moment. These are lovely. Tiny little swirly beads. Sort of maybe look a little bit like a beehive. We've got something slightly different here. This looks like a little charm, and it's a butterfly in silver. It does have a little hole there, so you could pop this on a necklace or have it as a charm on a bracelet if you so wished. I can't see any other type of thing like this in there, so this could be the only one. This one on top looks like, I think this one is plastic. It's lighter than the others, and it's a green colour, but it's sort of see-through, so the light shines through it. There is a little bubble in there as well, which makes it rather unique, I suppose. Quite large, quite an odd shape. These are heavy. These are definitely glass, or they could be stone. I'm not sure. They might. This one feels like it could actually be made out of stone. It's very, very cold. And I don't know the type of stone or rock that this is, but yeah, this one's a lot colder than the rest, so this could be just made directly from whatever stone this is. And this one is very similar in shape, but not similar in colour, but definitely feels like it belongs with the rest of them. And obviously if it is a rock or of some sort, then the rock wouldn't be perfect and it wouldn't have the same colour going all the way through it, so that obviously they would be slightly different. And another one, slightly smaller than the others, but it feels like it belongs with these ones. Actually, this one, not sure about this one. It's going into slightly more of a green colour, but again, it does feel the same as these. If only I knew what this actually was. But yeah, these all feel very heavy and quite cold. Definitely like they go together. I like these. These would be quite heavy though if they were all on the same bracelet. I've only got 6 beads here, and that really is quite heavy. So I think you'd only want to use a couple of these in each piece of jewellery. Just spied another of those, the green swirly beehive beads. There's another one. Oh no, that one's different. This one's got gold wrapped around it rather than white and green. This is green and gold. Looks like an egg. Not exactly the same. There's quite a lot of small sort of egg-shaped green coloured beads, and this one's really interesting. So again, this is clear glass around a sort of pattern of some sort. There's a green centre and it's got blue swirls and almost like pink and white roses. Maybe that's what it's supposed to be. Another one, slightly different shape, but the same kind of pattern as the one next to it. There's another one of those, and another beehive, green and white beehive bead. I see now that there are a few more of these dark green with the gold swirls, but they're in a slightly different shape. This one's lovely. This one looks very Christmassy, I think. A bit of a, you'd have to make a Christmassy necklace or bracelet out of this one. Or rather these ones. This one, as they go together. A couple of unusual ones here. This one's been a bit more decorated, so it has the gold swirls, but then also like extra little bits added to it. Again, I think it looks quite Christmassy. And this one is a slightly different shape to the others, but still the dark green with the gold. The teeny tiny little one. Tiny, tiny little green bead. It's got some purple dots on, not purple, light blue dots on it. It's another one that belongs with these guys, with the green. This one is a little bit broken actually. You can see some of the glass here is sort of broken off. Maybe it's been dropped. Another one, green and gold swirls. And another one. Some of these look Christmassy, so they're sort of green and with the gold swirls look very Christmassy. Some of these look a little bit Easter egg type. So got a bit of a another gold swirl, which matches with that one. So those two are the same almost. Another one. Got quite a lot of these now. I'm going to have to put them down in a minute. Another one, but a slightly different shape. Again, with little bits added to it, but again, I think this one has been dropped. So there's a little piece that's been shaved off there. Another one, but this has got coloured dots on it, rather than it hasn't got any gold swirls on this one, just coloured dots. This one I'm not sure if that goes with these. This looks like a slightly lighter colour green, it's very tiny. I'm going to pop all of these down, I'm going to drop them soon. I might not go through all of these beads in the same video because the video is getting quite long now and we've barely even gone through half. Another slightly unusual one here. Well, this is another charm, so it's silver. It's got a little heart hanging from it, which is very sweet. So you could put that, if you wanted to, you could put these on the same. Although they don't match very well. This one's more of a tarnished silver and this one's more of a sort of a bright silver colour. So that might not work too well together, but you know, everybody's different. I've uncovered another one of those natural looking beads. It's a really big hole through through that one. You could definitely use cord with that one. I can only see one of this colour, but I love this. This is a dice shaped bead, so it's a cube, and it's just got some gold flecks, some sort of sparkly, that's the word I was looking for, sparkly gold flecks all over it. And I can see another square one here, which is blue, and it's got lots of different coloured dots and flecks and bits all over it. I just love the shape of these two, so they're really cool. I like those a lot. There's another one. This one's definitely been dropped, unfortunately. This guy got a few pieces missing, but it's a dark blue with some white dots on it. That's all I can see of the dice shaped ones for now. So let's have a look at what we've got so far, and then what I'll do is I'll make another video showing you the rest of them. So these are the ones that we looked at first, which now that I've felt a lot more beads, these are definitely plastic. They're very light. And the round with the gold white. The odd green one. These are very pretty, the lilac and white swirls. We've got 1, 2, 3 of those. 2 of the plastic coral orange coloured. And the peas and beans. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of those. These are the stone beads made from I don't know what, but they're very pretty. 6 of those. They're very heavy. And here we have sort of and these, if we put those, just a collection of green, mainly egg-shaped beads, but with all slightly different patterns on. We've got like the lighter coloured ones here, and then the darker coloured ones here. Definitely Christmassy vibe with these ones. Then the beehive beads. And then these very pretty clear and sort of silvery coloured beads, and it's really unusual. I think this one is my favourite so far. I just really like the unusual shape of that one. But then a close second favourite are the dice shaped beads. I like those. There's the darker shape, the dark blue, but with the same gold swirls as these green ones. So you could even perhaps put the blue and green together and make something with all of the swirly ones. And this is the set of lighter green shimmery beads. A couple of triangle ones there, which are quite cool. I like those. And then the natural looking beads here. which are all very intricately decorated and very unusual. I like those. And then there's just our couple of little silver charms that we found as well. So I hope you enjoyed looking through those with me. I'll make another video to go through the rest,